This light is the real deal. I have mounted the light on my hood and it looks mean. The light turns night to day. Quality seems awesome and I have no complaints in the first couple months of ownership. The LED light to the switch stays on at all times. I might possibly convert this to a pod so I have control, but it seconds as a fake alarm system look. This thing is great. I bought some cheaper Chinese-made lights and they were junk. They clearly put some effort into these and they are solid. The light bar worked out great on my 2014 FX4 F-150. Everything needed to install was included with the light bar, LED light, brackets, harness and switch. Had to trim some plastic on the black bumper pads was the only real modification to make fit. Light is crazy bright and seems to be a good price point between imported lights of poor quality and high-end USA-made lights that cost 3 to 4 times as much as this one. Very bright and excellent wiring harness. The 2018 RAM I installed on doesn't need the harness though. Factory O switches and plug under the hood handle the switching. Cut the harness off at the red/black and gave the rest of it to a friend. Dodge tow hook mounts are awesome, but a bit of a pain to get to back nuts. Took longer and more hands than it should have. I mounted this light on a bull bar on a 2019 Toyota Tundra. I'll try to keep this short. First off, this is a very high quality light with just a few small exceptions. Do not use the mounts that mount from under the light, they cause a flimsy fit and eventually mine vibrated loose. The mounts that hook onto the side of the light bar are rock solid though. The second problem I had was with the little white plastic connector plug that goes from the heavy gauge relay wire to the very thin switch wire. After about 2 months a small amount of corrosion got on one of the terminals inside the plug and my light stopped working. It took me forever to figure out the problem. The plug is not waterproof so it allows condensation to accumulate inside the terminals. I really didn't like the super thin wire going from the plug to the switch anyway, so I just cut the white plug off and ran the heavy gauge relay wire into my truck and wired it to a factory-like push switch. I don't expect to have any more problems now that I have taken care of these 2 minor issues. This is a very good light for the price. It's close to the quality of Rigid at a fraction of the price. Hope this review helps you not have the same problems I did. This is a great light and easy to install. It went on the bumper of my Tacoma. I will say that the switch they offer is not great. I bought a different switch and it took me a while to sort it out. There are lots of videos on YouTube. Mounted this on my F250, install was a breeze when paired with RC20 light bar bracket. Tapped into my OEM upfitter switches and was done. Just over 1 hour install from start to finish. The bar is very bright. For sub $200 for light and bracket the price point was what I was looking for. Well-made product built with quality materials. Switch and wiring harness is a little cheesy but I didn't use the wiring harness. I cut what I needed out of the harness and wired the light into one of my 30 amp upfitter switches. Light shines bright and looks good with a good amount of light output. Would recommend.